Okay, I'm just going to talk a little bit more about finishing up the Dripping Sponge series, and I want to talk a little bit more about the people that I interviewed over the last 6 weeks and Rick from a Dripping Sponge, and talk directly to Rick from a Dripping Sponge. The other people as well too. I know the two of them do visit my channels, but they're not subscribers. But they go to the channel, so if they come, I'm not talking behind anybody's back. Let me shut this door. So, anyway, what I want to point out is some things that I can see clearly. What's happening, and these are just regular people. They're not, they're just regular people that responded to my ad for a research assistant. And when I went out and met with them, each and every one of them has really good research videos and photographs already. And that's what I'm going to attempt to show you here, is that here's me having an interview with one of them. And I just want to show you some of the things that she's going to have on her. Actually, I believe I have two of them with me this day. One of them's very quiet. Right now we're looking at moon photographs. I'm showing them that they can print up this moon and they can look in on the moon. Same thing I was telling you, Rick. That's why I'm saying to Rick, I have a hard time believing everything, because this doesn't make any fucking sense that someone so intelligent that supposedly wants to know about this stuff and supposedly is interested in learning about this so they can go do it on their own, not because I'm any genius for knowing this or showing it or anything. It doesn't take intelligence to see this, just open eyes, that's it. And I want to keep explaining to Rick why it is that I have the need for everybody to know about it, because everybody already does know about it. They're all lying to me. So I'm not going to look at it as they don't know about it. It's a, no, they fucking know about it. They see it. Everybody can see it. They won't see it. There's a big difference between being able to see it where they don't see it. So maybe I confuse things sometimes when I say that as well, but no, they fucking see it. Everybody that I trick into seeing this sees it. And then once they see it, then their imagination fucking kicks in and they get what I'm getting at. And then we go to all these unobjective things. One it's a church, another one it's a matrix, another one it's a video game, another one it's an illusion. It's all these fucking ideas when really it's right there in front of us. We can all see this. So let me fast forward a little bit to get to some more of these photographs. All right, so this is me showing her on the moon. She's starting to point things out. As they're pointing things out on this moon photograph, they're throwing out specific things that are, and you can go to these videos, I guess. I don't have to pull them down because it's not, no one's name is being used, no pictures are being used. You can just hear voices talking. So, I'm pointing out the images that are in the moon. She's pointing out images that I can't say if they're there or not. I can't say if she's really pointing at something that's there. But when you're giving specific things, like if I was to say, I have said, I said this picture, there's one over here that looks a little bit, not even a little bit, looks a lot like what we know of as the picture of Jesus Christ, okay? There's one over here in the moon. So when she was talking about pointing at things, I'd have to listen to it to know for sure, but I remember she was pointing at things and being specific about what they are. Like here, I call this a female. I don't want to put a name on it like I did over here with the Jesus, the image of Jesus or anything, I could probably get you in on it a little better to see what it is I'm even pointing at. You see what I'm pointing at? That's my finger. So, Rick, when I say, come on, this is fucking crystal clear here. And if my camera didn't fucking suck dick. But come on, you people can't fucking see this. And when I'm describing to her the cone titties, the set of cone titties and stuff like that, I can get very detailed. What the thing is wearing up here, whether, I believe it's female. To me, it looks female because of the cone titties. Then you turn on a different angle and it's got the smaller titties. It's definitely feminine in most directions. But I can trace the fucking thing out. I have. Go back to the New Word for Sylvie and Brother Sanchez series when I started tracing this image out. Now, there are thousands of images within this image. I'm just pointing out this one because people seem to catch it. Once they catch it, though, again, they're all over the fucking place. I never heard back from Brother Sanchez or Sylvie regarding this, and I traced it out on their fucking series. It was banging. It fucking banging. What did it get? 8 views, I think? Something shit like that. It's ridiculous. It's fucking silly. That's why I'm saying to you, Rick, that, I don't have time. I don't have time to be wasted on doing one-on-one emailing back and forth or messaging people back and forth one-on-one. I made the videos for that reason, because I don't want to fucking be bothered arguing and debating with everybody about what they think it is. I'm telling you to go look at what it is that you can see with your own eyes. Let's just start there, okay? Whatever you guys want to determine that it is or make up in your fucking imaginations what it is, go ahead. I mean, nothing I can do about that. But I'm just trying to get at least people to see it. That's why when I said to you, Rick, and in one of my messages, I said, my job is done here with you now. That's what I mean by that. So, of course, everything that comes out of my mouth and what I'm saying to you is going to sound a little bit rough around the edges to you, and you're going to think I'm being a dick. But I don't have time to fucking pussyfoot around everything. I really don't. And you should be able to see that I don't have time to pussyfoot around everything. So if you got me on the verge of believing that you're a real person, or maybe you're not, or maybe you're one of these lying motherfuckers that I've done video series to in the past or something, who the fuck knows? I don't know. So I'm using my little tools that I can find out, that I'll know for sure who you really are. And if I follow them rules of the tools, I'm showing you in these next 10 videos why I no longer want to be bothered. Because if you're not gonna, I'll explain as I go along. I just want you to also understand it's not only you. Because of some things that you questioned me about, Rick, I went out and did what I'm doing here, which is interviewing people and hiring research assistants to show me the. I really just intended on just meeting zombies. It turns out that I was wrong about my number of zombies, obviously, because I was thinking there was 6.8 billion zombie slaves. I guess there's more like 7.2, billion zombie slaves. And I can honestly say that now because I'm meeting more and more of the people that claim to be awake. I'm meeting them on a regular basis by doing this. And they're not just the average street zombies that believe in, the regular churches or the regular politics. These people are fucking whack jobs, just like people will call me. So their opinion means more to me, I guess is what I'll say. I mean, look at the fucking imagery in here that I'm showing her. Look at the fucking imagery. I'll pause. Hold on a minute. I'll pause. There. Okay. I mean, come on. Come the fuck on. And Rick, I'm going to get back on you again with this moon shit. You've been watching my videos supposedly 6-8 months or whatever, and you've never printed up the moon yet? That doesn't make any sense, Rick. That makes no fucking sense. And then now you're telling me that you're going to go get a telescope, and I'm supposed to wait around and be on edge and say, oh, I hope he goes and gets this telescope. No, I'm not fucking waiting, dude. You do whatever the fuck you want. Look at the imagery, people. Look at the fucking imagery in here. That's the moon on paper that I'm showing this girl, and she's passing up on all of this shit, all the imagery that's in here. She's passing on it and giving me her delusions of what she sees in here. Because if you listen to it, I mean, she goes right back to talking about the stars, right? As we're talking, and I'm showing her this, and she's refusing to look at it. She's seen probably 1 or 2 images, and then she's refusing. Now she's standing back from the camera, and she's refusing to look at it. So I start pointing out as she's talking about stars, which you'll notice me doing. Look at all the fucking imagery in here. It's unbelievable. I start pointing out to her, see these white spots everywhere? See these little white fucking spots all over the moon? This is a photograph of the moon. When you print this moon up, and I gave her one. Oh, this is where I'm going to get you again, Rick. Okay, I met these people, right? And I gave them all everything that I'm talking about right now. I gave them printed versions of the moon. I gave them EMNC boxes to look at the clouds better, take the light out of their eyes and be able to do this better. I gave them transparent moons on fucking clear plastic that I took the time to print up and put together. okay, which takes me an hour or two now, each one that I make, but it's the moon on clear plastic, so you can shine light through it and see what she's calling the fucking stars of the universe. You can see what it really is. See all these bright ones? See the bright stars? See all these bright spots everywhere on the moon? If you go around and look at them all, well, when you shine your flashlight through that clear plastic, now shit, Rick, I've been talking about that for 2 series, including yours, and you're gonna come back and tell me that you're going to go get a telescope and it'll take you some time to get a telescope. And why? Why would you need to get a telescope? I already explained you don't even need one. Go print up the fucking moon. If you were a real person, you would have already done this, 6 series ago if you were really watching my videos. But if not, that's why I'm saying I don't have time to be wasted of typing back and forth with people one-on-one when I don't even know if they're real fucking people. I just might be wasting my time. So a good way to drag me along would be to do what you're doing. Posting a bunch of videos of the clouds, but don't aim your camera at the clouds. Zoom in on fucking shit, aim the camera at the grass and for 14 minutes at a time in one spot. It makes no fucking sense. I don't do any of those things, and I never said for anybody else to do any of those things. I'm telling everybody, go look with your own fucking eyes, and you'll see it all with your own eyes. Yes, you might have to use a camera at first in order to get things down pat. You might have to use a camera as a viewing device because we lost contrast in our eyes, and also the EMNC boxes. Have you made an EMNC box yet, Rick? No. Have any of these people that I'm interviewing right now in these videos? No. That's what I'm about to tell you now, Rick. None of these people that I've interviewed or worked with over the last 6 weeks, not one of them has made a video on the moon like I'm doing right here. On paper, not even, and I gave them the fucking moon on paper and on plastic, and none of them have done this. Have they gone home and shined the flashlight, a light flashlight, LED, not too strong, through the moon and looked at the stars in the ceiling, the constellations in the ceiling? No, they have not. Have they built themselves an EMNC box or used any of the filters that I gave them? No, none of them did. Every one of them get me back the EMNC boxes, and they can fucking vouch for this if they were willing to not be so private and personal, because that's what they want to do too, pull everything. Oh, I thought this was a personal thing, they'll say. Same thing you said, Rick. That's what you're saying. Personal. You want to call it private, whatever. I call it private, secretive. People, I got the camera here. Look at all the imagery in the fucking moon. Look at it all over. What I'm showing her in paper when I'm standing here with her. So when you start showing this to people, they start shitting their fucking pants on the inside. She's seeing ghosts and goblins and Santa Claus in here and all this shit she's naming off or whatever it was. I don't even remember. But as she's naming off this shit, I'm saying, oh man, no fuck, you gotta be kidding me, because she sounds so awake, and she seems to be what I used to call awake. There's another area of zombie slaves that I wasn't even aware of, and I'm becoming aware of them now. So there's no longer 6.8 billion zombie slaves. There's 7.2 billion zombie slaves. Sorry, my numbers were off. Hey, my statistics were off. So I'm more accurate now. So anyways, this is what I'm showing you, Rick, right? In person, eye to eye, in this video here. And I've done this with the other 5 people as well. And there was more than this actually for interviews, because I'm still working with a couple now. But I'm changing up my methods. I'm not telling them shit until they give me something, So right now they just think it's photography of the clouds. So I'm still trying. Look at all the fucking imagery. Look at it all. So anyway, so Rick, you've never done this. You've never printed it up on paper. Obviously not, because you just told me that the other day. Or plastic or anything else. I think you were just asking me about it. What's this about the transparent moon on plastic or whatever? Something like. Again, tells me that you're not watching any of the videos that I posted to your series. So how you can jump from, hey, I've got it all down pat and I want to take it all down this other road, because you want to take it down a few other different roads that I'm not interested in, whether it be the road of being personal, and it's all just between you and I, or you and I and whoever, you and your dad or whoever, or me and nobody, because nobody that I've seen so far even gets it. So you want to take down that path. entertainment. You know, on one hand you want it to be personal, on the other hand you want it to be entertaining, and you think that it would go further if it was more entertaining and showed more in a different way. And I'm opposite of that. I'm telling everybody, go see it with your own fucking eyes. You don't need fancy camera equipment. You don't need nothing. You can actually see it with your eyes. I understand you got to use the camera at first as a viewing device. I get that. We've been zombified. We've been fucked with. Our heavy metals have been jacked up. So we are losing contrast. I'm going to go over here. I'll show you. This is another area that I was showing her. Okay, so I'll pause here. So again, this is the moon on paper. This one's on paper that I'm showing her. Because it was daytime, it's just easier. It's less glare than the plastic one. But I gave her all of these. Okay, and it's banging with fucking imagery. The imagery's all over the place. Now I can move my camera around. I can put filters on. She knows all this. Gave her all the filters, just like I did with everybody else. Just like I told Rick how to do it. Come on, $2.50 filters. You can't put some paper chip clips on some filter. I mean, it doesn't get any easier. So there are no excuses or reasons for anybody not being able to do what I'm showing you. So the idea that, okay, Mike, hang out for another 2 fucking months, 3 months while I save up for a telescope. Why? Go ahead and save for a telescope. Don't get me wrong. I mean, go. I encourage it. But as far as going and seeing the imagery in the moon and collecting the nanocarbon digitally from the area we call, yeah, it's unnecessary. I'm gonna hit play again. All right, let's see what else we do here. Oh yeah, so here we go. Okay, so this is the part that I was trying to get to in the first place. Let's see. Okay, so this is her iPad. Okay, this is her fucking iPad. These are what she does not even want me showing you even this, doing this, what I'm about to do. So I'm just gonna do it anyways. Banging full of fucking imagery, right? Image after image after image after image. I started showing her all this. I'm gonna see if I can find the one where she points at it and says, "That looks like my daughter." And maybe it does, because imagery is repeated throughout the system all the time. Look at the fucking faces, people. Look at the faces. It's image within image within image from the from the veil to the ground. And I'm showing her this, right? So I start taking my camera and I start going in on it and showing her all this. She's looking right through it and naming off specific shit. You can hear her in the background. I'll try to hold my camera while I do this. Okay, I'm going to press play. Let's see what else she pulls up. Try to be ready with the pause button. A lot of glare because we were outside. Okay, I think I put it inside the EMNC box at that point. Let's see what she's got here. Okay, watch this. Oh, okay, good enough, good enough. Okay, so look at this shit, right? I'm showing her this. Watch when I go up here. I'll just start down here. I mean, the big images, look for the eyes, the big eye. Not this small one that you're seeing, because that's the one most people's eyes are going to go to right away. Showing her how to crop. Showing her how it's image. Watch me start at the bottom. See the first image that I'm going to get? I could even go smaller, but right there is fine. Now watch as I go up. Next image. Next image. See how it becomes part of the next one and the next one? Watch. Next image. Okay, see how it gets bigger and bigger? Watch. Next image. Look at out here. This is cloud. These are clouds back here. So that other big face that's behind there and those other clouds, it's all clouds. This is the kind of shit she has, but yet she's sending me. I'll show you in a minute. I'll show you in a minute what she's sending me. So again, banging fucking imagery. Look at the big fucking face right here. Eye, nose, mouth. Okay, there's image within image within image all through here, right? Shadow images, shit that I would even be questioning myself, and it's shadow imagery, so I won't accept it as anything except me seeing what I want to see. I would need details, but when I see a snout like that and stuff like that, I'm looking for something other than the feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast. When I see something like that, can't talk to her about none of that shit. She's on pyramids and Freemasons and fucking spirits and all this kind of shit. And then you got this, the main fade. I'll leave it right here for a minute, and then I'll press play again. Let's see what else we look at with her stuff. So I did this what I'm doing now, I did this for all of the interviews that I had. I had my cameras rolling because I'm training them. I'm trying to teach them. See in the reflection, you see my telescope back here in the reflection? Okay, so my telescopes, again, gave out telescopes to go do video and pictures of the moon. Never fucking did it. See the faces? See the faces everywhere? If I crop the imagery, I can get it a little better for you probably. Okay, see what's going on? These are her videos that she will not send me. Pictures, I'm sorry, pictures, not even. See me pointing at that one? Okay, I think we're getting close to, what I want to say is the reflection of the telescope in here. She's sending me nighttime shots of shit that's reflections in her camera from other things around she don't understand, and she keeps telling me it's spirits and shit. Everything's lights and shadows, people. It's all lights and shadows. At nighttime, it's useless. Unless you're going to give some light from the moon or the stars. Otherwise, no. It's useless. Look at all the faces in here. Okay? Look at them all. I can back up, get to the larger ones, go in, get you some of the smaller ones. Look at it all. See the big, huge one? This big one right here? What am I at for minutes? I'm already at 20 minutes. Let's see if I can hurry this up. Alright, so here's us talking again. Come back here. Look at that shit. Look at the shit that she has, that she refuses to send me. Look at the imagery in there. But this is the stuff that she says is personal and private, so she doesn't want me making videos of it. And she just wants to talk to me on the side about the spirits that are doing all this. And she sees the spirits and all that, and the spirits in the light. See them all? See all the spirits and the demons? Yeah, that's what she says she's seeing. So I'm trying to explain to her, no, actually what you're seeing is the electromagnetic nanocarbon system. And if you go look at it better, you'll see that it's image within image within image within, because these are real photos, not the shit that she's sending me. I'll show you in a minute. So you can go all over the place and you can grab all different imagery, you know, in here. It's all, some, these are shadow images. You can see there's no light in here. So, but you'll start picking out the detail. You'll see it all. Just like I've been telling Rick. But again, you guys all have to go look. You can't just start assuming that it's all these things that it's not. What you can prove that it is electromagnetic nanocarbon system. Just the way I'm telling you. Start looking for the triangles. In the clouds, when you see it like this, you can see the triangles at every situation. This is obviously very cloudy here, right? I don't see any openings into the blue sky. Maybe back here, a little bit back here. But again, see this eyeball? See this big, huge eyeball? This huge fucking face that we're not even seeing at all, but the eyeball is clear as shit. See it right here? I'll trace it out. Yeah? Watch. Okay. So we can't see the rest of the face, but I clearly see that eyeball, okay? That's blue sky back there, somewhat blue sky. It's still a little hazy, but still this in here and this other area, which might be related to that same image, or it's another eye. Let's see. In here looks like a little, but that's it. Take advantage of those and identify the triangular shapes everywhere. Nanocarbon rope, nano rope, that'll make up longer areas and shit like that. Take a look out for that. These dark areas you're going to take advantage of, because the same thing, you're going to find all the triangles, and when you see long areas like this, look in at them a little bit better, because what you're going to find is you're going to see the nano rope, a bunch of triangles all bunched together in order to create imagery. They're builders. They're building this for us to see, and everybody again refuses to see it. We see it. Everybody sees it, man. Just they refuse it. Okay. So then you have these lighter images, all lights and shadows, all lights and shadows. So see in here, see this big one in here? See it? Lights and shadows. So you have your dark images under certain heavy metal conditions. You have light bursting through in these other ones because they're lighter. I do everything by colors. I'll get into that when I start my new series. I'm beyond all that at this point in the Tripping Sponge series, but I'm just using my camera as a viewing device. I have no filter on here. If I want to see things even better, I can put a filter on. on either camera, either the one that I'm out on the street with or this one. Again, look at my, I'm just going to point out again, notice the reflections of my telescope in this camera screen, this iPad screen, whatever that this is. I'm coming back out for some of the larger photos. See, she takes one whole frame like this, gets hundreds of thousands of images within images, and she'll pick out one and say, you know, it's a spirit God. Let's see what else she shows me. So my point about this video that I'm making right now is that they have the good videos. Let me see if she goes back to them in here. Okay, here's right where she says she sees her daughter. I want to see this. Okay, so again, when they start naming out specific, okay, oh wow, I missed it. Fuck, let me try this again. Come on, bitch. Okay, let's wait till it gets clear. There it is. Okay, come on, people. These are cloud photographs that she has here. Okay, Rick, for you, Rick, come on. Cloud photographs, Rick. See how the camera she has aimed up, she thinks she's taking pictures of angels and demons in the clouds? But she has the camera aimed at the fucking clouds, not at the ground for 14 minutes at a time. And these are photographs, Rick. These are not videos 14 minutes long of one spot. Now she could have just put her camera down and seen all this. Now I don't think this is the one she thinks is her daughter. This looks more male to me. This looks like a male human image, that one there I'm pointing to. And then there's image within image within image all around it. But I'm just, that one there you guys will be able to pick up fairly easy, right? Okay. So, let's see. And there's a glare going on in the screen, so let's see what happens with that. I'm going to come back here. Okay, it is the one I think she thinks looks like her daughter. Let's see if I go down onto it. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. Yep, I think it might be the one that she's pointing at. It says looks like her daughter, so maybe it does turn feminine in one direction. This one right here is the one I'm looking at. Let's find out. But I mean, it's full of fucking imagery. There's all kinds of imagery in here. And she refused to look at it. So we got a lot of glaring going on. There she goes. There's my daughter. So she thinks that face right there looks like her daughter. But I'm not going to diss her for that because it could be from another angle. That face could turn feminine. Or she might be pointing at another face that I'm just not catching here. Let's find out. I'll go a little further. A lot of refractions and reflections in here. That's why it's hard to do these street interviews during the day. That's why I made the EMNC boxes, but she refused to use it. All right, so this is her holding the camera. She's going to go in on what she thinks is her daughter. Let's see. So here's me telling her that there's thousands and thousands of images right here in this one cloud video that she has, and I'm not exaggerating. There are thousands of them in there. So we can go through them and start going through all this. Now it looks like another glare over there. Yeah, there's a lot of camera glare going on, but still I can just give you the gist of it, like by doing this and going around and showing you all the shit. You know, there's a glare there that's coming off the screen, so I can see that glare. Well, let's see. And then whales. What I promised myself is I would come back on these videos, and I still never did it. This is the first time I'm ever coming in on them with a camera as a viewing device. But she said she's seen a whale at some point, and I wanted to listen for her voice to say that and then come back in and look for the whale, because I've never seen fish other than my own influence. There's never any evidence that it's a fish. It's almost like the birds. Same thing, you know, with the birds. I never get confirmation on it, or body imagery, even for that matter. I need confirmation on certain things. Like even a lot of this, when it's like this and blurry and shit, this is not confirmative imagery. That face that I showed you earlier is confirmative, but this is not, because we got so much glare going on in the camera. I'm kind of waiting for a spot where it's not so bad, but like there's another face here, there's another face here, but I've got glares and I've got a lot of camera shit going off her screen, so I don't really count that as confirmable. Like here's another one. This one looks like it could be counted as confirmable too. Let me see. And the camera goes like this. Oh, I missed it again. Now let's see if I go back to it. Okay, so this again is all clouds. This is all clouds. So when I start being able to do this and come through and pick out the imagery, watch. Get the watch. Look at the detail in some of this shit, you know, with the eyes that are looking up out, and you know, that looks bird. That looks fucking bird. See what I'm saying about the bird stuff? If I can go in and confirm it, if I see holes in the beak, or if I knew birds better, I'm not against the birds either, because really the birds I would just count as flying rodents anyway. So like I was saying to Rick, I'm not really that afraid to see these things or whatever, because they're going to destroy any theories or hypothesis that I have. I'm not afraid to have those kind of theories, but I have to only count them as theoretical, and I don't want to be concentrating on the theoretical. So if I have to theorize whether that's a bird or not, no problem. I just throw it in the rodent category, and I say that I've seen things that I think might be birds. But if they can't be confirmed, then I don't make a new category and say feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, beast, and birds. No, no fucking way. There's got to be something up with it, especially as few of them as you see. All right, I'll get off that. Let's see what else it leads to. Yeah, I mean, it's all kinds of imagery in here that's very clear. But she, again, doesn't want to see that. She wants to see things, or her daughter. She's seen her daughter. Wow, that is really fucking clear. Let's make sure it's not anything else. No, that's her video. Or picture, whatever. Let's see what else she shows us in this. So my point of this video is that she's got all this fucking banging video. Now I gave her the EMNC box. What does she do? She doesn't point at anything. I told her to go into the trees over here, and instead of going into the trees, she moved up. Let's see. Let me get it. Come on, you piece of shit. Is that just laying on the ground, maybe? At some point, I give her the camera, and I show her that it's the same thing in the trees. Let's see, what am I doing here? I don't know if I brought her in microscopically there. I mean, I can clearly see the fucking image. Oh, is that another one of hers? I think this is another one of hers. It is, right? Yep. So this is another one of hers. Let me make sure. Let's see what this is. Or is this the moon on a microscopic level? Alright, so I believe this is one of her cloud videos from a different day, but again, you can see the fucking imagery is banging. It's image within image within image. Here's how you crop, Rick. Here's how you properly crop. You're using the light from the whatever, from the computer, from the camera, from whatever, to come across and crop like this. You blacking out that whole fucking video like that with the box and everything, I don't know. I mean, like I said, you got some ideas that you want to try, you go ahead, but I don't want nothing to do with it, because it doesn't make any sense to do shit that hides imagery. Trying to show people the imagery and show them that they can see it for themselves, as a matter of fact. There's no filter on here, but I think I have a filter because it looks red. So I think it's a filter on the camera out there that I'm looking at her videos again. I believe that's what we're looking at here. Let's see. Yeah, it is. Oh, yeah. And look at this shit. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. It was. They're still her photos and videos. Let's see if I can stop this in time when it comes by this. Okay, so here we go. Come on, bitch. swipes across the screen right here. Again, same thing. These are her videos. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you this while putting a filter on, but let's try it. Looks like it was a chemtrail day. I don't think you're going to see that. I think it's too much glare. Let me just play it a minute. Yeah, it's too much fucking glare to show you this. But it's packed with imagery. It's packed with fucking imagery. Look. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah. I mean, so again, she has all these great fucking pictures that she won't email me. I mean, come on, man. Come on. So I'm showing her this and how to put the EMNC box up in the air so she can see all this. She never does. She doesn't. As a matter of fact, she had the EMNC box for over a month. And when she brought it back, I accused her of never using it. And she said, no, I never did. I said, no shit. You know? It's fucking obvious. Alright, hold on a minute. Okay, and right here, I'm about to say to her, and right here, that she can do the same thing in the trees. Now, I usually don't get into this, especially not in zombie street interviews, but she was claiming to be so awake and all this. So as soon as I say to her, you can do the same thing in the trees, we put the filter on, we turn our brightness down, aim it at the trees, start picking out the imagery, and then go up from there. So I'm about to hand her the camera, and what I noticed is when I came back and watched this, how quickly, because she's talking about all kinds of other shit that has nothing to do with what I'm showing her. Because in this, just in this clip alone, I can come in here with my fucking camera with no filter on, and then there's no filter on either camera now, and I can come through here and sweep through and grab all the imagery. See, Rick, how this is? See how this works, Rick? If you would have watched any of my other videos, I don't know. I don't think you watched many of my videos at all, Rick, because this is not what you're doing. You're just dropping the fucking camera like this and leaving it for 15 minutes. What the fuck? What are you giving me 40 seconds of video usage that I could actually, okay, I can come around and collect from this one photograph, but that's, you know damn well that's not how it works. So anyways, so here I am with this person, and she's about to do the same kind of shit. So when we're looking at the trees, she pans up to the sky. When I'm looking at the sky, she's panning down to the ground. She's doing the opposite of what we're supposed to be looking at. That tells me something. It tells me people are either a little bit afraid or they're distractors. Now I'm learning too in the last year that distractors don't always mean high-paid fucking shills. Distractors means everybody in your fucking life is a distractor. I don't care if it's the local church, the school system, or your family, friends, everybody you know, your boss, they're all distractors. They're going to tell you the bullshit stories and try to distract you from coming and seeing what I'm showing you here, which is the reality. You can see all the reality for yourselves. But of course, if we're afraid and deep down, we're going to stick with our programming. You know, Rick, I would say you got a better chance of trying to find body imagery in the trees than in the clouds. I looked at that video that you sent me. I did a little short clip on it, but I didn't see any body imagery. You'd have to trace it out for me in order for me to even get a gist of where it might be. I'm not going to straight out call you a liar on it or whatever, because I just think I will say, though, I think it's a little funny that you titled it body imagery when you don't even have the body imagery trimmed out, and then you put that stupid black box in there, and that's not how you crop. And I don't know who ever said that's how you crop, but that's not how you crop images. I was very clear in my videos about how to crop and why you're going to crop. So I can come into these trees and get the video here of the trees, and that's what I was trying to get her to do. But look what she did. As soon as she has the camera in her hand, she starts panning up. I hand her off the camera. She pans up away from the trees. This is me in this video saying, no, stay down at the trees. What are you doing? She's panning up here to the sky when the chemtrails are all behind us, because they are chemtrailing on this day. And I can see imagery in this faint sky, but that's not what the video was supposed to be about. That's not what we were doing. We were looking at the trees at that moment. So let's see if she comes back down to them. No, that's me. I take the camera back because I get sick of it. You know, it's a bunch of shit, you know. That's me. This is me holding the camera again. I'm like, no, no, don't go up there. The trees are here. Why are you going up here? You know, fucking ridiculous. I'll be back.